Joining me now, former Democratic governor of California, Jerry Brown, climate activist, well known for his global leadership on this. Governor, great to see you again. President Biden is also directing the federal government to conserve at least 30% of land, conserving 30% of land over about a decade. Is that an aggressive enough posture to take for the U.S. right now?
Well, it's a good first step because for 4 years, America's done nothing. So ultimately, some people like E.O. Wilson from Harvard says the earth must set aside, or we must set aside as people, 50%. But good, take a next step because we've been in the climate wilderness for too long. And the CO2, the greenhouse gases are still emitting, coming out of China, the U.S. and the rest of the world. Damn serious. Even the plague itself, this virus, is exacerbated by changes in the climate. And there could be more viruses to come. And when you see the response, inadequate that I think it is, we have to get very serious about reducing the assault on the atmosphere that currently is occurring every minute of every day going forward till we change.
And there's a brand new UN poll bearing out exactly what you're saying, showing that 64% of people globally say that climate change is a pressing emergency. Explain why it should be, as the president is defining it today in executive order, a national security issue.
Look, the world for thousands of years never had more than 1 billion people. Now we're close to 8 billion and growing. And not only billions of people, but we got coal, oil, and gas, methane that are emitting, going into the atmosphere and changing the chemistry that has sustained human existence and biological life on the planet, in the world. We are playing with great danger. We're altering the chemistry that makes life possible. So yes, we have to get more conservative, more realistic, and reduce the human assault on the very atmosphere and the very systems that allow human beings to exist. So that's what's at stake. Biden is taking more action than any other leader of America ever, and more than most of the leaders of the rest of the world. So this is really good news. But to make it really work, we have to work with China. And we have lots of issues with China. Just like on the matter of the nuclear danger, we have to work with Putin and Russia. We have to work very, very closely. So that's the dilemma. We have lots of what I would call smaller problems, but we have to face these bigger problems like climate, like nuclear danger, in a very serious way with people that we're increasingly calling our adversaries.
And that's the balancing act that President Biden is going to have to navigate, as you're so right. What does he say to Republicans and some Democrats that these moves on climate are going to kill jobs?
Well, he just says, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. If we don't alter the heat-trapping gases that are now going up every minute of every day, we're going to have massive job loss because the basis of our economy is the production of agriculture. It's the absence of these tropical diseases in northern climates. So it's not a question of losing jobs. It's a question of preventing a job catastrophe. So the Republicans, like they are on who won the election, are all wet. They got their head in the sand. It's quite extraordinary. But Biden is just going to have to talk truth to the Republicans as he is to the American people. We save jobs by going to renewable energy, by reducing heat-trapping gases, not increasing them. And that's just the way it is. So his jobs program, the investment in infrastructure, and his climate program are long overdue. They're great. And I think we're going to get as much support for Biden. Well, we must. If we don't, we're in deep trouble. And the Republicans, like they say, Trump won the election, they're screwing. They're out to lunch. Half of them are cynical as hell. The rest of them are dumb as doo-doo. And Biden, common sense, been around forever, knows what the hell the score is. He's a breath of fresh air. Thank God we got him.
You know, and during the campaign, he had to straddle the fracking issue because of the, Pennsylvania and other critical states. Yep. How does he deal with a coal state senator like Joe Manchin? He is a Democrat who has shifted his views, former governor, shifted his views on climate, still holds a key vote in advancing the president's agenda in a 50-50 Senate.
Hey, look, big problem. Biden's got a problem because coal and oil and gas have a lot of power in the world. By the way, President Xi in China has his coal and oil communists. They want to keep pumping. They want to keep digging. The fact is, we got to go to a radically different basis for our energy economy. So, yeah, Biden's going to have trouble getting that vote. He may not get it. It may take another 2 years to get more senators. But one way or the other, we're going to respond because the climate is changing such, the sea level is rising, that people will increasingly wake up. How much Biden can do? Not clear yet. One thing we know, he's going to do a hell of a lot more than Donald Trump. He's going to do more. Enough? Probably not. In fact, certainly not. But we have to build the support. The media has to take climate seriously. And as people get the message, then America, China, Russia, India, the world will make the change that we have to a net zero carbon emission economy.
Former Governor Jerry Brown. Straight talk, as always. It's so good to see you. Thank you, sir.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.